Hey YouTube, it's ICU and welcome to the 169th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors. Alright, to start off I want to say that today's episode won't have as much content as normal, and that can be primarily attributed to two things. The first of which is the fact that I've been working on FreeAppLife quite a bit lately, and that's really all I'm going to say on the service. If you're unfamiliar with FAL, which is a great way to obtain paid application codes from Apple's App Store and gift cards for free, then just be sure to check out my video that I'll have linked to below. And the second reason is just because, quite frankly, there hasn't been a lot of interesting news over this past week. And first, of course, I want to discuss jailbreaking. If you're unfamiliar with the latest developments on the jailbreak scene, RageMaster released a new jailbreak utility by the name of RageBreak to jailbreak the iPhone 4 on iOS 7.0.4. And unfortunately, because it utilizes GeoHot's old 2010 limerain exploit, it only functions on the iPhone 4. So if you're interested in possibly using RageBreak or getting more details, I did create two separate tutorials, one for OS X and one for Windows-based PC users. I'll have both of those linked down below. And referencing an article from Jailbreak iOS Evasion, I wanted to discuss RageBreak more before tackling the primary topic I wanted to discuss in today's video. So over the past week or two, there's been a lot of talk and controversy surrounding developer RageMaster's RageBreak iOS 7.0.4 Jailbreak tool, which again exclusively supports the iPhone 4. And although I've created two different tutorials on it, and I mentioned it in last week's episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors, a number of my viewers still seem to be confused as to why the utility can only jailbreak 7.0.4 on the old, almost outdated iPhone 4. And that is without a doubt a great question. So first and foremost, it's important to understand that RageBreak is based on WinOCM's OpenSnow tool, a project that utilizes GeoHot's limerain exploit. When famed hacker GeoHot released his utility in 2010 after months of speculation, he essentially revolutionized the world of jailbreaking. Limerain is based on a boot ROM vulnerability that simply couldn't be patched by Apple, as it functions on a hardware level. Therefore, supported devices, and at the time in 2010, the latest iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch models were powered by A4 processors, were and are essentially jailbroken for life. Over time, though, as Apple began to phase out older iOS devices with the release of newer ones and updated firmwares, the company stopped supporting devices that limerain functioned on. And now the last device that's exploitable via limerain that Apple still supports is, of course, the iPhone 4. So in a sense, RageBreak is nothing new. It's based on GeoHot's work from 2010 to jailbreak the iPhone 4 today on iOS 7.0.4. And although RageBreak may seem useless to most, it actually benefits everyone, even future jailbreakers with new devices like the iPhone 5S and the iPad Air. And that's mostly because the developers of various packages available in Cydia are now able to better test and upgrade their utilities, add-ons, and extensions for iOS 7. But as for the Untethered 7.0.4 and iOS 7 in general jailbreak for all current iOS devices, the evaders are working on a utility in sort of a stealth mode to avoid various complications. And again, looking back, it took the evaders from the time Apple released iOS 6 in September until February to release the first and only untethered jailbreak for the firmware, and it's only been just over 2 months since Apple released iOS 7 to the public. What's more, the evaders are already further along in the iOS 7 jailbreak development than they were last December with iOS 6 jailbreak development. Now moving on, I want to discuss one of the most important things in today's video. Recently, Saurik and Comex shared their thoughts on a somewhat disturbing matter that's recently propagated on the jailbreak scene. So an individual by the name of Elizabeth Stark started a campaign that's intended to generate a bounty as an incentive for the evaders to rush their work on the untethered jailbreak. And this new campaign is simply a metaphorical petri dish intended to grow a test subject for Stark's crowdfunding for software platform. In other words, she's essentially using and bending the iOS jailbreak community, intending to test the waters for a software crowdfunding concept, all while taking 5% of all donations received. And following the launch of Stark's site, famed creator of Cydia and jailbreak contributor Saurik voiced his opinions on Reddit's jailbreak section in a very respectable and intellectual comment. And in addition to announcing that bounties both have negative connotation and, quote, negative side effects in the Android ecosystem, Saurik strongly advises against supporting this campaign. Furthermore, past contributions have always been made after the fact. Once a jailbreak is complete, some show their support by donating to the individuals who spent countless hours of their free time developing the utilities used by millions. And of course, following Saurik's comments, former legendary wonderkin iOS hacker Comex chimed in with a series of tweets on Twitter that reiterated Saurik's words of wisdom, saying, quote, "It's surprising how quickly thinking about in terms of money saps intrinsic motivation and the fun of the thing." And although I've only mentioned a segment of the comments on this new software crowdfunding platform that's using jailbreaking to, again, test the waters, I highly recommend that you guys read through Saurik's comment in its entirety. Next, I want to discuss a few things that aren't on my site. So first of all, recently, Apple started offering a 32-inch sharp 4K or Ultra HD monitor on their European retail store site. And apparently this display is going for £3,499, or the equivalent of $5,700 here in the US. So as I'm sure most of you are aware at this point, 4K displays offer a native resolution of 3840 by 2160 and again are often referred to as UHD or Ultra HD displays. Now what's surprising about this 32-inch monitor is not the fact that it's 4K, but that it comes with a $5,700 price tag. And just to put that into perspective for you guys, recently Hisense launched a 55-inch TV here in the States. It's called the Hisense T880. Again, it is a television, it's 4K, and it has a price tag of $1,999. However, right now you can get it at Costco for $1,500. So yes, a 55-inch 4K TV that's available for under $2,000 is again cheaper than a 32-inch 4K monitor on Apple's site. And I just want to mention that because I think that that's absolutely outrageous, and I'm actually going to make that my question of the day in this episode. And finally, I wanted to pay my respects to South African President and Nobel Peace Prize winner Nelson Mandela, who passed away the other day on December 5th, 2013. And for those of you who don't know about Nelson Mandela, I highly recommend you look him up. He did a lot of great things in his lifetime. Alright, and on that note, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. And of course, if you did and you want a chance to enter to win a $100 Amazon gift card in this video, just be sure to rate it up and hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I release new videos. And leave a relevant comment down below in the comment section. Once your comments have been posted, you'll be automatically entered to win. If you don't know what to leave in the comment section, try answering the question of the day. And again, for today's episode, that's what do you guys think about Sharp's 32-inch 4K TV retailing for $5,700? Just be sure to let me know down below in the comment section or on Jailbreak Tech Info. And of course, if you guys want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos and jailbreak updates, just be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, add me on over your circles inside of Google+, and follow me on Instagram at ICUID. Again, links to everything down below. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.